I'm glad to be here. I'm not sure exactly what I have to talk about. I mean, I don't know why. Like, I don't know what I need to talk about. Gerald, I just need you to keep them busy while I try to fix the shirt thing. So if you can just keep them busy, then we'll be good. All right. Hey, how's everybody doing? We got this, and you know, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun to you know, it's fun to be here, and welcome in, Hunter. It seems like Korny is having a few issues, and all right, Gerald, that is enough out of you. We have fixed most of it. What the hell is that? I don't know what it is or how to get rid of it. It's a hole in the curtain, but yeah, we fixed it mostly. That's just like a dark spot. We're just gonna have to deal with it. I'll try to keep myself positioned like right in front of it. But hey, welcome in. Actually, hold on. Let's do that all over again. Let's try to let's do this. Let's roll it back. Let's roll it back. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Korny Toon Talk. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. All right. So, this is Korny's Toon Talk. We give a voice to characters because they usually don't have voices and stuff like that. It's like that's what we're doing. Oh my god, it got worse. How is it getting worse? Dog, is this your doing? Hold on. Gerald, you need to fix this. I'm not sure what to do. I don't know what you need to do either, but you need to fix it. Did you fix it, Gerald? I've been just here on the piano. I don't know what I gotta do. It's fine. It's fine. I got it. I got it, Gerald. Settle down. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. All right. All right. Here we are. Hold on. Let's run it back. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Korny's Toon Talk, where we give character voices or something. I don't freaking know anymore. Welcome in, Gerald. I've been here the whole time. Yeah, well, now you're supposed to play the song, the entrance song. So can you do that for us? God, that was so much more awful than it usually was. You really need to start working on that piano. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Today, we started just a slight bit late because I had to go you know, have lunch with my daughter. They had like this little Thanksgiving luncheon thing. It was very adorable. But he was like having lunch with their kids and sitting down at the lunch table, and we got some turkey, we got some rolls, we got some mashed potatoes. They didn't let me get a milk. I wanted the milk. I like milk. But they're all like, no, that's only for the students. You can have lemonade or you can have coffee. I was like, well, I guess I'm already pretty depressed because I can't have the milk. So give me the coffee. Would you like cream and sugar in that? No. But it was fun. You know, got to sit down with my kid and, you know, have some fun lunch and stuff like that. Hunter E123, glad to have you back in here. Glad to see Gerald is back. Yeah, Gerald's gonna be here forever. He's part of the family, and he is unfortunately part of mine. So, well, Gerald, can you say hi to the nice people? Hi, I'm glad to be here. Do I have to come back every show? Well, your mother made me put you on this show. Well, actually, your mother complained to my mother, which then I had to put you on the show. So yes, you are legally obligated to be here now. So I need you to just work on that piano and make sure you're getting some work done. I put up some neat decorations for you. You got yourself a little cat. You got yourself a little fern over there. And you have the disco ball. So you have all that you need over there to survive and to be part of the show. And you better not have made me spend $3.50 for all of that. and then you don't even, like, you're just gonna leave? I don't think so. I don't think so, Gerald. You're here for life. Now, can you please play me a zinger? Thank you, Gerald. Give it up for Gerald. What an amazing guy. What an amazing guy. Dylan Killen, welcome in with the silly laughing emoji and the sounds fun comment. Appreciate you being here. Somewhat corrupted, friend of the stream. Welcome into here as well. But she says, wow, he has everything any human could ever need all in one corner. That's what I'm saying, Gerald. You need to start being grateful for what you got. You have good fortune, you have a plant to give you oxygen in life, and then you have a disco ball for funnies. For fun times. You need to calm down. You need to start calming down, Gerald. I mean, I was pretty calm. It's more of just being on the show that I don't like. You don't pay me. I'm just here. I'm paying you in exposure, Gerald. Please follow Gerald on Instagram. Gerald, what's your Instagram? I don't have an Instagram. I don't know what I'm paying you in, to be honest. You're here. You had a hand in making my life miserable. I'm paying it back. Anywho, let's get into it. We have an amazing show, an amazing guest here today. Our guest is a security enforcement agent in the agency of the Security Enforcement Means Extra Non-Breaking group, which is a from what I've heard from the email they sent me to be on he sent me to be on the show. They are like the most important security agency out there that could ever exist, and they are solely responsible for anything good that happens in the world. That is what they told me. So it is a privilege and an honor. Can we get, yeah, there we go. Can we get some claps for the all American security guard that like everything good in the world that they are responsible for? That's what they need. That's what we need in this world. This world that has completely gone downhill. This is what we need. Anywho, let's get into it. Our guest today, his name is Little Mike. Little Mike here is a security officer, and he's keeping us safe. My hair standing up? God, everything's just going wrong. Anyway, welcome in, Little Mike.
Oh, howdy. It's good to be here. I definitely feel like just being here, being in your presence is definitely something that I'm contributing to making this whole set just that much more safer. And if you need anything from me, like security wise, like if you have anything that you need, please just let me know. If anyone breaks in, I have special training. I have special training to be able to de-escalate and secure this building and eliminate the threat. Eliminate the threat? Does that mean you have like some kind of you have any kind of like weapons on you? I know not a lot of like security guys have that what's it called? The weapons. They don't have like guns and stuff. They may have like a little baton, but that's about it. So do you have like weapons on you, or is it just like, are you just going to keep us safe by like the training videos that you watched? I mean, I'm specially trained in hand-to-hand combat. I got some I got a lot going on. I like in my head I could process so much more than the normal human being. I could definitely like see 3 steps ahead from what normal people will look at. So it's like I could fully definitely say that you are in great hands.
You say gray hands or great hands?
No, I said great hands. Like you would be taken care of.
Oh, okay. How long have you been in this field? It sounds like you have a lot of experience, and it sounds like you know what you're doing. Like you have years of experience and whatnot. So how long have you been in this field?
Well, see, I've been in the field for roughly about a year and 2 months.
A year and 2 months, and you have all this knowledge and like ability to like keep the studio safe. Like you are on top of it. How, like, what kind of training did you have?
So they gave me a video that I had to watch and answered a multitude of questions. So if I got 3 of them wrong out of the questions, I could not be in this position where I am now.
Okay, so you have like they hounded you and like made sure that you had all this training to be the best that you can be and whatnot. So how just out of curiosity, how many questions is that? If they gave you like an extensive list of questions and you could only miss 3 of them, what was how many questions was on there?
Well, so the let me go through the questions first. A lot of the questions had to deal with with matters that normal people wouldn't be put into, but they have to make sure that you are ready to actually get in there and do your job the correct way, but not only do your job right, but to make sure that you're ready for the field and you're able to not only protect people but keep the business running as smooth as it can be. Because if anything gets disrupted anytime, the business lose money. They lose money and then they can't go. So we had to answer a total of let's see. I can remember all the questions that were put on there by heart because we had to study so much. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 4 questions.
4 questions does not sound extensive, nor does it sound like it's hard to remember all 4 questions. And you have to miss 3. That means you could have missed 2 of them and still be in the position you're in, right?
Yeah, I was. Yes. That would be it. But the questions were extremely difficult. They had a lot of little minute things that you would have to learn in order to really to make sure that you were the top of your class.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you got all of them right, and they just like bumped you up like a pay grade or something, huh?
No, I missed 2 of them, and I ended up passing.
So you were one of the ones that missed 2 of them, and you still passed to get, to be here today, to be here to protect us and the world, as you so say. I don't feel very safe. So you had hand-to-hand combat training. What exactly does that entail, if I'm so bold to ask?
So the hand-to-hand combat training, we had to take a 30-minute course in person. This one was actually in person, and it was we got our own instructor, and we all took turns doing a hand-to-hand combat training. And with that training came extensive. We were trained from a trained professional.
Well, boy, howdy, I hope it was a trained professional, because if you had a non-trained professional training non-professionals, that would be wild.
Yeah, it was a guy that was he was well into it. He was pretty old, but you could tell he was very wise. He was about 76 years old. And yeah, he would tell us how to like do grapples and put handcuffs on people. Do grapples and put handcuffs on people, and it was a 76-year-old man. Yeah, that's correct. So grapples and putting handcuffs on people. Have you ever had to use that yet? Oh yeah, all the time. I was once working for a retail company, and there was a kid that was stealing a whole bunch of merchandise. They were going through, and they were just taking things willy-nilly. They were just taking things, shoving them in their pocket, and I had to stop them. I saw them in person doing this, and I had to detain them and call their parents and have them come down to the store and pick up their kid, because it was just one. We can't let them get away with it.
Okay, so it was a kid. They were stealing a bunch of candy, putting it in their pocket, and I do get that. Like, I used to work in security myself as retail security as well. Same thing as you. And well, I guess you're more like you're all over the place, right?
Yeah, I can work as retail security. I can do overnight security. I got my guard card. The guard card allows me to contribute anywhere that I could be, that I could actually work in the field of security.
Okay. So a kid stealing a bunch of candy, like loading them in his pockets. What was the dollar amount? Like it sounds like it wouldn't have been that high. How much did they take?
So they got roughly a pack of gum, like the Hubba Bubba 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 gum. They got the Hubba Bubba 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 gum, and they stole a few candy bars. Some of the candy bars, they were the king-size candy bars. If my memory serves me right, I believe the total value is about $7.76.
$7.76, and they like you put him in cuffs for that? You said you put him in cuffs, right?
Yes, I had to detain the assailant and put them in handcuffs, and they wiggled around a lot. They were saying like, "Oh, you can't do this to me. I'm only 6 years old."
You arrested a 6-year-old?
Yeah. I mean, once a criminal, always a criminal. They're gonna go out. They're gonna go out, and they're gonna grow up and just terrorize other stores and businesses. If I don't take control of the situation now and make sure that he knows that there are punishments for his crimes, that he'll never know why, like what to do in the future. That you have to be extremely hard on these kids, and otherwise they're just gonna walk all over you. They're gonna walk all over society, and then we get criminals, and we get thugs and villains, pretty much comic book villains, if you don't put them in check fast.
All right, that doesn't sound very like good. I know businesses, they have to stay open and stuff, like, but I don't think $7 is worth, like, taking down like a 6-year-old kid or 7-year-old kid. That sounds like it's just like you're just tripping on power or something.
Well, a lot of people think that. A lot of people do. But you know what? You start laxing just for a second. You relax for a second, and then bam, you're done. You're donezo, kid. And then that's it. Then they're gonna come at you with knives.
I don't think they're gonna come at you with knives. They're like, that sounds like it sounds like you have a lot of like personal issues. That I don't have a personal issue, okay?
They told us in the class to not let personal issues go through and dictate what you do in the field, and I take that to heart. Okay? You can't tell me I have a personal issue, because I take that to heart.
Okay, fair enough. So with all that, you so you arrested this 6-year-old kid. You put him in handcuffs and brought him to the office. What did the mother say when you brought them in? Because you had to call the parents, right?
So I'm afraid to talk on the phone, so I didn't actually call the parents. I called the police, and then the police came in, and then they put handcuffs on him, and then they took him to jail.
They took the kid to jail. So the kid went to jail. Like, did he like serve time? Did you ever get like a follow up on that, or how does that work?
Yeah, they said he went to maximum prison.
Maximum prison for stealing candy bars.
Oh yeah, it's a rough world out there. So shortly after that, I was let go because my skill level was too high for that store. So they told me I didn't have to work there anymore, and that I need to maybe find a better fit for me that my skills can be fully realized.
Okay, so you that just sounds like you were fired, not really let go. Like there's an actual, I feel like there's definitely a big difference between like fired and let go. A lot of people think it's like, oh, it's just like a nice way of saying you're fired. I think let go is actually like, oh, they didn't have enough room for me, so they had to let me go. And then on the other hand, it's like, oh, I was fired because I arrested a 6-year-old kid and that wasn't part of the policy. And then I told the police to send them to maximum prison, but they probably just laughed at me. And then I got fired. Does that sound about right?
I mean, I don't think they laughed at me. No, it sounds very like you're getting the timeline wrong.
Timeline wrong, with the overall it's pretty correct. All right, so so when did you start doing that? Was that like your first security job, or did you like, is that like your 5th job or something?
Yeah, that was one of the first ones I worked at. I was there for a good 3 weeks. So a good 3 weeks, and then that happened.
Wow. Okay. So within 3 weeks, you were fired from that job. That means, let's see, that means you have a good chance of breaking that record, getting fired at a job from 3 weeks.
Well,
I don't think you can fire me. You know, you don't know what I'm capable of there, Gerald, Jeff, Gerald. Okay. Even if I was fired, I don't think I'd care, because I don't really get paid. I'm literally here under like not. I want to go play video games. All right, Gerald, you keep it up. So you're fired after 1 week. That's crazy. And 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And yeah. So then you kind of just, what happened after that?
So I ended up going to a security agency where I could hone my skills more. So I went to I became an armed security guard.
Armed security. So you did actually have a weapon on you at one time?
No, they were just looking for security guards with arms.
All right, that wasn't okay. Here, I got a button for that.
I appreciate that. But no, I did go work at another security firm. They refused to give me weapons, even though everybody else had a weapon. I ended up working at a hotel. I did hotel security for a while, and it was at the middle of the night, so I was there when most of the criminals were out and tried to break into rooms, and I was responsible for validating their IDs and taking down what their reasons for being there are. Because if they thought that there was a reason that they could get in and they couldn't get in, I was that brick wall between the two, and I had to make sure that they couldn't get in if they didn't have a reason, a good reason, not even just any reason, but a good reason to get in there. So that's I did that.
Oh, what kind of like, stories you got from there? Is that something that you put a lot of time into? Like, how long did you stay at that job?
I was there probably for about a year. About that was most of the time I spent in the security field. So it was like 3 weeks at the one place, a year at the next one. It was more like 8 months, but I definitely learned a lot in the hospitality field. And yeah, we did a lot. We were able to detain a few guests that were trying to get into their room, and they could not provide their identification. Most of the times, it was ones with that were just trying to they soaked themselves in water, and then they tried to get back into get into someone's room. Excuse me. They tried to get into someone's room, and I had to make sure that they had their ID on them. If they didn't, we had to immediately call the cops and get them out of there.
They were sorry, did you say it made, like they tried to act like they were swimming, or were they like what? it sounds like they just came from like the pool or hot tub or something like that, and then they just forgot their ID and key card or something, and then you had the police called on them.
Oh, I mean, they're really sneaky. We don't give them enough credit. There's a lot of sneaky people out there. A lot out there that try to break into rooms and steal your belongings. Have you ever had your belongings stolen from you?
Yeah, I mean, once in a while, but I don't have like I've never been hit by like a burglary. Like nobody broke into my house, or if I was at a hotel room, nobody's broke into that either. So I guess no, I haven't done that.
Well, it sounds like you're very naive to the forces of evil that are out there and that lurk in the shadows. And I'm here to protect people like you that are extremely just naive to the whole fact of what these criminals could do. You let up for 1 second. For 1 second, you let up, and then there's nothing you can do. Your whole life is stolen from you, and then you can't do anything about it. You have to lay there helpless that you cannot afford to live anymore because someone stole your identity. Someone has stolen your identity. They take your life away from you, and then you don't have money. You don't have your ID card, and that is why I got into the field, because I want to make sure that people feel like they have somebody in their corner. They have somebody that is going to help them.
You got really serious there for a second. That was like pretty terrifying.
Well, I mean, security is a very serious thing. We definitely we're taught to make sure that we are making sure that people are staying safe out there. If people are staying safe, then we have no reason to be there. But guess what? We're here. We're making sure that we're keeping people safe. That's about it.
Okay. So, how many people have you ended up detaining at that hotel job?
Oh, well, it's probably just the
one person. So you detained one person, and I'm afraid to ask, like, what happened after that?
Well, after that, they said that my skills were no longer needed, and that I probably need to find a new position.
So, was that like towards the end of your time there at the hotel, or what happened?
Well, it was definitely it was about like the 2-week mark.
So you detained somebody after 2 weeks, and then they fired you. I thought you said you were there for like 8 months.
Well, I may have stretched the truth a little bit. It kind of sounds like it should be. I think I was just thinking more of like days. Like I was there for 8 days, not 8 months. Sorry, I misspoke.
Wow, the beginning of your career doesn't sound that good, nor do I feel safer, excuse me. Nor do I feel safer that you're around. Now, Gerald, would you feel safe if you were trying to get back in your room after, going swimming and stuff, and then you just got thrown on the ground and detained?
No, I don't think I'd feel safe.
What about if, what if that guy who detained you ended up getting a very menacing look on his face and then spoke in a very deep voice? Would that make you feel safe at all?
No, I don't think I would. I feel like that would just be like, I feel like I'd get assaulted. Like if I was maybe the assailant. If I was the assailant, maybe I would feel, scared.
Scared. That's the word. That's kind of the word I was thinking of. Now, Lil Mike, he says that he would feel scared if you approached him and did something like that. So, anything you want to say about that?
Well, I mean, I don't usually just put on the scary face. That's one of those faces that I have that if I need to intimidate, I will. If I need to intimidate somebody, I'll bring forth the security demons, is what I like to call it. I kind of do that thing where I black out and then I go ham on it. I try to I try to make sure that everyone feels as safe as possible. And yeah, I think I think I do a pretty good job at making sure that people know where the boundaries are. Because when you have boundaries, that's what we gotta do. All right. I don't think that made any sense. So anyway, we went through retail. You were retail security. You detained a 6-year-old for $7 worth of candy, and then you worked at a hotel where you arrested somebody for acting like they were wet by like they just came from the pool. So they looked like they just came from the pool. They didn't have their ID on them to get into their room, and so you just you arrested them. They gave you handcuffs there. I feel like you wouldn't have to detain that many people at a hotel. Well, see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't think that. Like I said, it's one of those things where you don't know. You don't know, and you don't want people to take advantage of you. If you take advantage of you, then they're just gonna keep doing it. Okay. We do have a comment saying that from Hunter E123. Maybe you're not meant for security. You seem too power hungry. And I would exactly agree with that. Do you kind of sense that maybe you have like an issue with how much you're kind of, I don't know, would it be called like projecting, or just like kind of, I don't know, it seems like you're insecure about something and you want to put it off to the people that you're supposed to be helping. So do you feel like you're being a little power hungry? Well, that's the thing. I'm not power hungry. I have all the power. Security guards are one of the people that are the most powerful people in the world. We are all mostly contracted to work in these places. And then while we're working at these places, we have to make sure to use the correct force, and we get to choose that force. So we are one of the most powerful people out there. Even the police officers out there, even though we have to call police to make sure that they can take these villains away, that we can do a lot more than they can. They are governed by the government. We are part of a private corporation. So we have a lot more power because we're in a private business. That doesn't sound right at all. No, it just seems like you don't have that much power, and you're trying to put as much power into it as you can to make sure that, people listen to you or something. And I don't know how ethical that is. Well, I mean, it's potato at that point. I don't think it's potato. Potato is saying like, I don't even know, but it's so far from potato. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but yeah, I dealt with a lot of that, and yeah, that was the 2 jobs. All right. So, where else you've worked so far? We've gotten out of the 8 months that you've been here that we gotten through 2 jobs. Oh wait, we do have another viewer comment saying Dylan Killen asked, what happened to innocent until proven guilty? Just like the 6-year-old. So with if you didn't hear, I had to detain and arrest a 6-year-old boy that was stealing $7.47 worth of candy, and it was like he was proven guilty right away. He had no chance into being to doing anything else. He was guilty. He was flat guilty, and then for the rest of his life, I know he's guilty. And anyone else that I see that either matches a criteria that I've come up with, which I call the proven security criteria of proven knowledge to keep people secure. I've come up with this concept, and this concept has been proven to let me know if somebody is automatically guilty, or if somebody needs or if somebody is not. It's innocent or guilty. That's all it is. There's no gray area between. Everybody's like, oh, what about the people that are doing it for themselves or for their babies? No, it's you're guilty or you're innocent. That is it, and that's it. He has added on, I don't think that's how the law works, my dude.
And once again, I will agree. I will agree with the audience member there.
Well, potato, that's what I always say.
I feel like you say that a lot, but you don't use it in the right sense.
That's just potato.
It's not potato. Okay. What else? What other crimes have you committed?
I've not committed any crimes here. I was doing my job, and the reason I'm not in jail is because I've not done anything wrong. It was always the business that had to take care of them. I like give them a free coffee or something like that. But no, I am actually I was never put in the wrong. It was more of the company just like saying, "Hey, your services are no longer needed because your capabilities in this field, in this security field, is actually like it's way above what we need. You are overqualified for this position, and you need to find a better fit."
So the second time that you have been told that you need to find a better fit because you have too much experience. That's crazy. Hunter E123 says acting like a cop but have zero power. You know, the audience is on a roll here because once again, I can agree with that. Do you have anything to say about that?
Like I said before, they're government. They're a government agency. They work for the government. They're under very strict rules. They have to wear a body cam because they can't be trusted, and they have to be so strict about what they can do. But a security officer actually has a lot more power than the officers do, because security officers, we don't have cameras that watch our every move because we have free roam of that private business. That private business is the one that's paying us to make sure that everything is safe, and we get to use our own discretion. Now, cops, they can't. They have to follow laws, citations, and to a certain extent, we do the same, but we follow them by choice. They have to follow them by restrictions. I could, in theory, I haven't done this before, but I could go and I could absolutely kill a man. I could kill a man and he would scream bloody murder, and he can't do anything. They can't touch me. They will not be able to touch me because I am above the law. I am my own law, and the business that I have, that I work for, they will have to take the fall for me. I don't think that's how it works. I genuinely think that you will go to jail, prison, if you murder something, even on the clock. Oh, I mean potato. Stop saying potato when it doesn't fit in to potato. God, okay. So we definitely have a lot of conflicting opinions on things. Like it's definitely like, oh, they I don't know. It's just like I feel like you don't have a good grasp on what exactly you can and can't do, and I feel like it's going to get you in trouble. But I mean, as long as it makes it a good show here, then we're going to continue going with it. Yeah. One more for Dylan Killen, and then we'll continue with your professional field. So the law is more of a suggestion to you, Mike? Is that kind of how you look at it? I mean, I could see that laws are based into like their suggestions of good moral faith. If you have good morals, then you would most likely fit into the law more or less. But for the most part, yes. In a very professional stance, yes, I feel like laws are not necessarily suggestion. Because it's one of those things where like I said, the police officers, they have codes and laws that they need to stick to, that they would need to stick to make sure that they are held accountable. But for me, yes, it would be kind of a suggestion. Hey, you should do that, because if you do that, that's when that's when things would get dicey. That's when things would get dicey.
All right. So there you go. It's not necessarily a suggestion because police officers have to follow it, and probably normal citizens, but Lil Mike over here has to follow it. He looks at it as more of a suggestion, but also it's just more of like good faith, like a moral thing. Like laws are based in morals. Is that kind of what you were saying? I mean, give or take, yeah. Yeah, I would say that's good. Okay, well, let's continue on. So you've worked at retail, got fired, not laid off. You got fired from there. And to your point, you said that it was because they did not need your services because you were overqualified. Same reason to get fired at the next place, a hotel, because you arrested somebody that wanted back in their own room that you said that they didn't have the proper identification for, and you arrested them. I'm afraid to ask, what was your next job? Because I think we're in 3 weeks. No, 3 weeks, then 8 days, give or take 5 weeks. We're at 5 weeks of security when you have worked a year and 3 months in this field. So I feel like we're gonna be here all day. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. The next job, I've been there for quite a while, and it was a position where we really had to know what the very fabrics of law and order really was. Like you really had to be in tune with the most you could be in tune with when going through this particular field. Oh, it sounds. Did you happen to like go join like the law enforcement agency or something? Oh no. So I wouldn't have joined the law enforcement just because, like I said, they're so hunkered down. I was actually a security guard at a children's hospital. That sounds like the worst place that you could work at. Did they look at your prior history, like what you've been through and stuff like that, and they all like, yeah, arrested a kid at a retail store, you're hired, or like what was the conversation like that? They just saw that I was overqualified for that position, and then they kind of went that. They didn't get any details on why I kind of took in that route, but yeah, I definitely, they just saw that I was overqualified. They're like, oh yeah, just come on in, and you got your certificate and everything else, and yeah, you're good. Okay. Have you gone through additional training and stuff? Because I know if you do like retail security, they have their own training, and then they like different training. So how much training have you been through this whole experience, career field that you have going on? I think it's about accumulation of the whole year. Probably accumulation of about 6 hours. You went through 6 hours of training within because it sounds like you're going through a lot of jobs, but maybe this last one would be different. And to work at a children's hospital, I feel like you would definitely have to go through more training than even like the 6 hours. Like, I feel like that's like a couple days worth of training. Well, I mean, I may have showed up. I may have not have showed up. Did you say you may have not have showed up? No, I may have showed up, and I may have not have showed up. Are you saying might? Yeah, mate. Why are you saying it weird? What do you mean? I'm saying I may have showed up. I may have not have showed up. You're saying made of, like made. No, I'm saying made. Yes, that's what I just said. No, we're talking different languages. M-I-G-H-T, made. That's might. You say might. Don't, okay, potato. It's, oh my God. Okay. So, you went through this, and, so what happened here? So I was there for a good couple months. It's mostly just sitting at the front desk and making sure assailants don't get through, because a lot of people nowadays want to hurt kids. They want to hurt kids. It's a really nasty thing. It's really nasty, and I don't accept it. So I will not let somebody come in and hurt these kids. So I'm there to protect them. All right. So what do you have any stories to go through with that? Like, what kind of how many kids have you been able to save?
I would say a whole hospital's worth.
A whole hospital's worth. How's that?
So, most of the job was just sitting there, you know, doing normal things, talking about sports and stuff like that. And then I kind of, you know, this one kid came up. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sick. Oh, I don't know what to do."
I really don't like where this is going.
Well, let me get to it. So he's like, "Oh, I'm so sick. Oh, I don't know what to do." And blah, blah, blah. And, I was like, "Well, go talk to the front desk." And he's like, "Okay." And then he talked to the front desk, and he was with his parent, and, he has a little backpack on, and then I'm through my extensive knowledge of criminals and you know, people trying to put other people in danger. I've kind of soaked in all this information, and then I was able to look at the surrounding areas, and I noticed he put his backpack in front of the desk, and after he put his backpack there, they were talking to the person at the front desk, and I had a real bad feeling about it. So then after a while, they go and they sit down in the waiting room, but he left his backpack there. So I went over, and I took a few steps over, and I went and I then ended up tackling the kid and yelled at him. I was saying, "Where did you put the detonator?" Because I knew that he was going to blow up the whole hospital. So I was yelling at him. I was like, "Where did you put the detonator?" And his parents were trying to fight me off, but luckily I had my taser on me, and I just zap him with a taser. And I, like, both of his parents are like flailing around, foam coming out their mouth, and he's like, "Mom, Mommy, Daddy, oh no!" And then I was pressing on. I was like, "Where's the detonator? You need to tell me where the detonator is." And I'm not gonna let the whole school of children in this hospital die, because I'm here to protect and serve. So, where is the detonator?
I don't think. So what happened?
So after a while, he wasn't being very cooperative, and luckily there were some police guys that were out there, and they came and pulled me away, and then they handled the situation on their own.
Okay. What ended up happening to what ended up happening to you?
Oh, you know, they you know, they wanted to make sure that I was safe. And so they threw handcuffs on me, and they escorted me into in their patrol car. They explained to me why, like, you know, that my extensive training has taken over, and then I kind of you know, they called it an assault charge, which I know a lot of assaults that deal with security. That means that they're really good at what they do, and that they have more power to it. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at right now.
No, I'm pretty sure if they say that you assaulted somebody, like, that means you assaulted a child and two parents. You must have done, like, some kind of jail time for that.
Well, yeah, they made sure that I was kept very comfortable. They made sure I was kept very comfortable, and you know, they gave me stacks and stuff, but yeah, I was there for a good, like, let's see, carried to yeah, about probably a good, like, 7 months.
So you were there for 7 months. And you worked at this job, I think you said 8 months? Were you counting that with it?
Oh, yeah. So the 8 months that I was there, 7 of those months were me being held for my own protection in this steel barred cage that made sure that I was protected just in case of any retaliation against me from the terrorist group. Because I foiled the plans and they were not able to destroy the hospital. But I don't know what the follow-up was with the kid with the bomb, but I I think we got it all worked out. The boys in blue, they had to clean up my dirty work. I know it's not fair usually, but it's it's the way the world works. They clean up the mess of the real professionals. All right. So it looks like we have some comments. Mike keeps saying assailant, but I don't think they know what that word means. And I think the came in when you started getting very aggressive about the tackling the kid. So I'm just gonna write that down as that. Do you know what that word means, assailant? Oh yeah, that's the assailant is like somebody who like assaults people, but like in a criminal sense. Like when they told me I assaulted somebody, but in my field, I don't look at that as a bad thing. Assault is it's like an assault rifle, it's something that's powerful, something that can do really good. And yeah, I definitely think that I fit that bracket. I'm extremely powerful, super accurate because of all the training that I've received. And yeah, so I think I'm doing well here. I'm doing well here. All right. So there you go. Assailant is bad people that do assault charges. Good people that do assault charges, they're just awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. There you go. And then we have I think he may have some issues and he's a therapist. Have you ever seeked out therapy? Oh well, not really. I know a lot of they kind of had given me one in the when I was in my protective chamber. They offered some services like that to where it's like, hey, I think you need to talk some things out. You need to maybe not be so aggressive towards people, especially little kids. And yeah, so I haven't talked to anybody because I refuse their services, but I definitely have yeah, I definitely have I've been offered these services. I haven't been able to really go out there and do it. You know what I mean? Like I never really done it before because I feel like it's a waste of time. I wouldn't say that at all. Like I don't think it's a waste of time whatsoever. And yeah, so you should probably probably seek that you probably should seek that out, I would say, because like you definitely seem like you have something pent up in there that you really need to get out and maybe let loose. I wouldn't say let loose. I think let loose is a really bad term to use for you. But to be able to define what's going on in there. Well, I don't think I need it because I'm doing a lot of good here, and with everything going on, I think I might be I might just be where I need to be. Looks like Hunter has mentioned it might make you better at security, and that could be true as well. That's a good point. You get stuff fixed up in your head, and it allows you to choose better. And maybe you won't get fired as often. Well, see, that's the thing is I get fired or let go. Sorry, you keep using that term, and I was let go from my previous positions. I wasn't fired, and yeah. So I really don't think that I was I think it would be like if the reason I get fired or let go is because I'm too proficient at my job. They tell me that I'm so good at my job that I need to make sure that I'm not overcomplicating things. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where I'm like I need to make sure that I can provide the best services that I can do, that I can be out there, and yeah, so I don't think I need to see a therapist. If anything, they're just gonna take me down a few notches. Okay, so it looks like therapy is out of the question for little Mike over here. So, all right. So after you got out of jail, not a protective cell, jail. Well, I would call it a jail. A jail is where criminals go. They were just housing me in a protective shell so that the terrorists wouldn't fight back. And now the terrorists think I'm dead.
The terrorists think that you're dead. So you thought the best course of option was to come to a talk show.
Yeah, no, I want to share my experiences and make sure that people know, how to keep themselves safe and just kind of share my experiences.
So we were not made aware of that whatsoever, and I feel like if you were, I don't think you are, like, because I'm pretty sure I have a good grasp on what the whole situation is, but I definitely feel like if you were targeted, you probably wouldn't want to be on a TV show.
Well, see, that's the thing is with my skills and technicalities that I know of, that it's not something that is going to happen. I don't think that I'm able to. They're able to touch me at all because I have the perfect skill set that I need to make sure that we are golden, that we don't need to, we don't need to worry about that.
Definitely sounds like anyone should be worried about that, because if it was a terrorist group that was trying to plant a bomb at a hospital, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's somebody you want to play with, but also I don't think it's real because you obviously tackled a kid and assaulted them. It was just his backpack. If you say potato one more time, I'm going to start yelling at you like I yell at Gerald. It's not really a good time. You probably should just stop saying that. See, Gerald knows. I can get aggressive.
Well, you would be able to get aggressive with me, even if you were. I could take it. I've definitely put in my fair share of mental abuse. I like to call it mental abuse, because I definitely can weave my brain to be super strong, like it's like Kevlar material, but my brain is practically like Kevlar. Like Kevlar material that could stop bullets. That's how mentally prepared I am in my own head. My brain is like Kevlar steel.
Somehow I don't think that's true.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll have to find out now, won't we?
I guess so, but I'm probably not going to yell at you. But I don't think I've yelled at a guest before. Have I yelled at a guest before? I don't know. I think I got aggressive with them, or raised my voice. I don't think I've ever I don't think I ever yelled at somebody.
I'm not sure if you yelled at somebody either, but that's I'm here.
All right. Yeah, we have a new person here. What is that? Technoblade Fart? Technoblade Fart. Welcome in. He says hi. They say hi. I don't know. He, she. They say hi. You want to say hi to the new person?
Yeah, hey, how's it going? If you need any security advice or anything like that, I'm here. I'm here for you. And I can teach you how to be a lethal weapon with your hands.
He can teach you how to be a lethal weapon with his hands. What else he could teach you? What else he could teach you is how to detain a kid. How to detain a person trying to get into their hotel room. And once again, not detain, practically assault a kid that left their backpack at a front desk. And you left out a very crucial part. You left out that the kid set his backpack that had explosive material put inside of it. He set his backpack down at the front desk, and I made sure that everybody in that hospital was safe. Okay, the real story behind that was a kid forgot his backpack at the front of the desk, and then he tackled them. I mean, potato. Okay, back with the potato thing. Ugh. What is this? Have you seen The World's Biggest Fan? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Have you seen The World's Biggest Fan? I actually guarded The World's Biggest Fan before. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I've actually I've provided services to make sure that the world's biggest fan was protected, because there's a lot of ruffians out there. There's a lot of ruffians out there, and you know, they're trying to take stuff like that down. It's a grand landmark. It's a landmark in this country, and I was there to protect it, to make sure. I was like the security guard at the Liberty Bell, to make sure that nobody was protecting the Liberty Bell, or sorry, nobody was destroying the Liberty Bell. Okay, fair enough. Techno Blade Fart, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. But yeah, anywho, so yeah, you protected the world's biggest fan. Have you ever had to detain anyone there? Nope, it was pretty calm. Not a lot of traffic at the world's biggest fan. Oh, really? Huh. It does appear, if going back to the to Techno Blade Fart, it appears that it'll blow you away. So I think that it was just a joke. That'll get it. So big fans, they spin, right? Are you staying with me? Yeah, I know what a fan is. So they spin and they blow air at you, and then you get like, you feel the wind, right? Yep, I know. And so if it's a big fan, giant fan, world's biggest fan, if that thing turned on, it would push so much air at you, it blows you away. I mean, I could, so with my brain, and how it's like formed with Kevlar. It's like I have a Kevlar brain. Kevlar can be very heavy, and I usually carry a lot of equipment on me. I have my badge, I have my handcuffs, I wear steel-toed boots, because you don't know if you're gonna have to kick your way out of a situation. So it's like, with all the equipment that I have, I think I'm missing the joke, because usually I have like, I don't know, probably like 45 pounds worth of equipment on me at all times, because you never know when a threat is going to strike at you. And I think I'm missing the joke, because with how dense my muscles are and how I've trained my brain muscles, I don't think I will be able to be blown away by this thing. So usually when you hear a joke, you have to just take it at face value.
I don't think he gets it.
That guy got it. Oh man, I think it scared the hell out of me. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that they don't know that thing moves. But yeah, it kind of has its mind, like a mind of its own. It laughs. It can like do other sounds. It can talk, like it just said. I don't think he gets it, and stuff like that. Well, I mean, I guess I get the premise of the joke. I don't think it's funny, because to be blown away is like to be swept off your feet, which I have very keen senses, and I won't be able to be swept off my feet. Like I said, there's a lot of equipment. I could probably be karate kicked by like Joe Rogan, and he won't be able to sweep me off my own feet. How tall are you? I am 5'1". You're 5'1". Roughly how much do you weigh? That's a little personal, but I would say enough.
To laugh is to have a sense of humor.
Yeah, the bear knows. To laugh is to have a sense of humor. Well, I have a sense of danger. I can sense danger from a mile away, and you know, it's kept me safe for this long, for all the you know, the 25 years of my life. So you're 25. Okay, that seems like a little bit more sensitive information than the weight thing, but we'll kind of go with that. Let's kind of move on to let's go to some questions. Looks like we have, let's see if I'll just make sure I don't miss anything. I was told I was being mean by Dylan Killen. Stop. No, you're being mean. You're hurting my feelings, Dylan Killen. Let's see. And then, yeah, okay, we're all caught up. And then the only dent here is Mike's brain. And, I think he's actually confirmed that himself to be honest. I think he's actually called his own brain dense, like saying it's very heavy and filled with Kevlar mentally or something like that. So yeah, I think you would actually be, you know, that'd be good. We're not even going to ask him that. I'm not going to ask him that question because I feel like he will agree and give us a story about how somebody tried to do that, like do something horrible there as well. Okay, like I said, we're gonna move past that question, and
I kind of want to know what the question is.
it's like you do, like I can tell you do want to know that question, but I don't want to ask you.
I mean, are you withholding information from me?
I'm not withholding information. It's just I don't want to tell you. Somebody asked if you worked in a school. Gerald, god damn it. Actually, I did work in a school. God damn it, Gerald. I don't want to hear another assault charge about a kid. I wanted to hear the story. Oh, okay. Yeah, please tell us about that.
Oh yeah, so I did work at an elementary school.
Oh, an elementary school. That's great. So you worked with little kids again.
Yeah, it's they loved me a lot. I was about like, you know, a little taller than them, so they would just be really happy that I was around, and that you know, it was a lot of fun.
All right, any dangers that happened?
Actually, no. That was probably one of the most boring jobs that I could have had.
That's really good to hear. That's actually really good to hear.
Yeah, the only thing that I had happen was when somebody threatened to blow up the gymnasium.
Somebody threatened to blow up the gymnasium, huh? That's kind of wild. So do you want to like explain more on how somebody tried to blow up the gymnasium?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. So there was one time. So you know how kids, they have like backpacks and they're walking around and stuff like that. And there was one time it was actually the first time that I met the gym teacher. His name was Mr. Califas.
Mr. Califas, okay. And what happened with Mr. Califas?
Mr. Califas, so like I said, you see a lot of kids that have backpacks, but yeah, Mr. Califas used to carry a backpack all over the place, and I think he was trying to release noxious gases into the ventilation system in the school.
Do you live in like Gotham or something? Like what are these people doing? They're trying to blow up hospitals. They're trying to release toxic gases in schools. Like, what's going on here? No, I actually just live in Georgia, but you know, glad to be here. But yeah, no, he was carrying a backpack with him, and he had a respirator on. Like he had a tube that was going into his nose and making sure that it was like he had an oxygen tank that was going to his nose, and he was getting clean air from that. But I could tell that was used so he didn't get poisoned by his own gases. Do you know that people, like some people just have oxygen tanks? Like they just need, they have like, how old was he?
Oh, he was older. He's probably like, yeah, I would say like 67 if I use my analytic processing powers of my brain, which is actually as strong as like 17 supercomputers.
I find that extremely hard to believe. So like a 70-something old man, he had a backpack on him, and he had an oxygen tank where he was breathing air, right? And like, yeah, and he was releasing where was the toxic gases? Did you see like green smoke coming out of the vents?
Oh no, I made sure it would be able to get that far. If it got that far, we would already be gone, and you know, we would be turned into pretty much like we'd be turned into lizards. It was like a noxious gas that would turn people into lizards.
Yeah, no, I feel like you're reading a little too many comics on this one. So the gas is going to turn you into a lizard, and what happened?
So I confronted him, obviously, and he what's that? Oh, it appears we have a new subscriber, Neon Sock Media. Welcome back. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you. We are here talking today with Little Mike, the security guard. He's from the Security Enforcement Means Extra Non-Breaking, which is a very unique name. Wait a second. Wait, it's Security Enforcement Means Extra Non-Break. S-E-M-E-N. Did your company spell out semen? See, a lot of people like believe that. No, it's not like it's security S enforcement E means M extra E N, or sorry, E and then non-breaking N. It's like a nonsensical thing. It's like your company was trying really hard to just to spell out semen. I don't think that's what it's about. It's just it's like a metaphor. It's like we're security enforcement, and it means that we're extra protective and nothing's gonna break. It's non-breaking. I feel like I may be reading into it, but something tells me I'm not. Let's go to the comments. Did you ever protect a oh, Jesus Christ. Do you live in what is that? Geriatric Gotham? A 76-year-old taught you hand-to-hand, and a 67-year-old gym teacher that has an oxygen tank. I feel like he may live in a place where it's like, you know, where it's just filled with old people. That might be where he lives, to be honest. C-Man, Dylan says, C-Man, it's more about the non-breaking. Don't break it, man. And that's what they do, you know, that's what they do. They just don't break it. At that point, it feels intentional. It does. It really does feel intentional. And I feel like whoever came up with that should definitely feel ashamed of themselves. They should feel ashamed of themselves that they haven't grown up and they continue living in this childish dream where they think they can create businesses about security that just spells semen. If you just spell out all the first letters, I feel like that would be somebody like they should probably go to jail. They should probably go to jail for doing something like that. Anyway, welcome in, Vitamin Pug. How's it going? Dylan Killen doing a little dancing.
Have you ever protected Q Juvenile Detention Center?
Okay, have you ever hold on, is that you? Are you done with the story? No, but I do have a story about a juvenile detention center. Let's finish up the story, all right? Yeah, so anyway, so I confront him about this. It's like, hey, you need to stop doing what you're doing because that is very dangerous. You can't have these kids turn into lizards. They need to go home to their parents as regular peoples and not as lizards. So I just go up to him and like, hey, you bitch, you need to put that down. Because if you go over there and you try to turn these kids into lizards, well, we're gonna have a rough time, and I'm gonna have to send you to the amber lamps. And yeah, and then after that, he he kind of just he backed off a little bit, and then that was my last day working at that school because apparently I caught him, I foiled his plans, but the school system's already so corrupt that they wanted to kick me out because I already figured out like what they were doing. All right. Did you actually say that? Did you like go up to him and say, hey, you bitch? I mean, yeah, I try not to use as much foul language as possible, but yeah, it's like sometimes you have to be very determined and you know, very confrontational is the word I'm looking for.
All right. Did they ever find the noxious gas, or was that like did they just kind of kick you out and that was it?
No, yeah, no, they just I haven't heard anything else. I've been searching news articles, looking into the dark web. Through the dark web, I haven't found much. I found a place I could buy noxious gas, which I'm sure is his supplier, and I'm working on breaking into their system to be able to find out when they send it to him and how much, to see if it would actually, if they could do that. So you found the noxious gas that turns people into lizards, and you found it, and you're just trying to like break into their system to find out how much they sent him and like when. Yeah, just trying to get all the stories and to really take them down, because granted, I do have a lot of power, but I don't have the funds and the I don't have the funds to really to fund all of the adventure. So I'm trying to gather as much information against this guy and then turn it over to the police, which they can go through the proper channels.
All right. Cool. Do you remember the name of the site? I don't know if it's gonna knock down the whole thing, but can you give us the name of that site? Yeah, it was Tebu. It was, pardon? Yeah, it was called Tebu. Can you spell it? Yeah, it's Temu. Temu? Yeah, Tebu, that potato. That is the first time you used it correctly. That's potato. That's the first time you used it correctly. Good job. Oh man. But no, Temu is straight up, that's just a place where you buy that's just where you buy Chinese knockoff stuff. I don't think you stopped anything.
Potato, potata, bake em, mash em, stick em in a stew.
Potato, bake them, mash them, stick them in a stew. I could not agree more. So, what was the gas called under Temu?
I think it was just called they tried to be clever with it and say that it was a fart gas, like it was just like a non-toxic fart gas. But when you read into the files and look deeper into it, and you can only do this from the dark web. And when you look into the files and get deep into it, you can tell that the non-toxic, when you take out the non, it's toxic gas. It's like toxic gas spray. That's what really led me onto the trail, and now I'm just trying to break into their files by inspecting them and going through all the code to see when their transaction list was.
But going to like HTML stuff.
I didn't know that you were so technically inclined, but yes, the HTML files, I'm slowly scouring through it to find the sale dates of the transactions. Transaction dates aren't they're not housed in the HTML files. That's just like how you build a website. Okay, so you don't know that much about computer stuff, and it's forgivable. It's forgivable because a lot of times people don't know. People don't know about like how the internet works, and it's just a screen that pops up, and it's just that's what it does. And I understand. I'm not holding anything against you. No, I'm taking a class on the whole HTML thing. That's not how that works. It's straight up like it's not how that works. Okay, well, potato, and he's back, everybody. So, I feel like we should probably move on from the career field thing. I feel like we're getting a lot of the same things from the
the career field. It's mostly like it's one thing, you see something suspicious that people wouldn't think is suspicious, and yeah, it's shocking. That wouldn't be suspicious, and then it like turns into like an assault charge. And I feel like that's how it goes. Well, only one of them was the assault charge. Only one of them was. That was the one with the kid. But that, like I said, the assault charge was towards a good cause, so they were just calling me super cool. What the hell happened to you? Oh, it's a subscriber redeem. They can do this, like change color and stuff like that. Usually it's not that bad. I don't know why it's that bad. And also, please ignore the terror in reality over here. That I tried to change some settings on the camera and move the green screen around, but apparently I didn't do it too well. What's a green screen? Oh, you don't know what a green screen is? I'm surprised. You like know a lot of computers and stuff, and you don't know what a green screen is. I don't know. It's weird.
May we please be informed about the internet?
Yes. Tell us about internet security. How about that? If there's any certain topics that you would want to hear from the audience, let him know, and he will explain everything to you about that certain topic and how to keep yourself and your family safe. But any general tips about security safety? Let's start with like email stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of email stuff, phishing and cyber attacks and all that. Oh yeah. So with emails, you definitely want to make sure that you inspect everything through careful viewing. Like if you get an email, you want to make sure that you go through it and click any pictures that you find on there, and then inspect any missing pixels. If there's a missing pixel, or if something's not spelled right or something like that, that's how you know that you're in safe hands, because there's human error out there. If there's misspellings and stuff like that, like there's AI is practically taking over the whole world, and you have to look around to make sure nothing is AI, and AI is really good at spelling things. So if you get a letter saying like, oh hey, we're trying to figure out your password, like if it's spelled password with like an A instead of an O, you know that there's human error behind it, and you're talking to a human. So if you see something like that, or if like there's some words mixed up, you're always talking to a human. If you don't see that, then there's a good chance that it's AI trying to steal your information. Oh, that doesn't sound right at all. Gordon West Side. It disappeared. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to not click on things or go to links and stuff like that if you get an email like that. Well, I don't think you would listen to what I said. So yes, don't click on things if everything seems too perfect. If it's too perfect, then you're most likely going to try to get. They're going to try to scam you. If you get scammed that way, then you're practically done. I don't think you would. I don't think you need to continue on with life. Just kindly find a rock, and like you'll live out the rest of your days over there, because your technology is just going to get the best of you. All right. A lot of people having questions about computer safety. So let's go through that. Yeah, it's not on there right now. We had Techno Blade Fart, not a computer security question, but I would love to know how to assault a child. Well, are you talking about a good sense or a bad sense? I don't think there's any sense of the word assault that needs to be associated with a child. That's my take. That's my take. Well, so to assault a child, all right, we're going to pass that question up. I want to know his feelings about public urination. How do you feel about people peeing in public? When you gotta go, you gotta go. That's not the answer I expected out of you. So there's different things about it that you need to kind of inspect, all right? When you're urinating in public, you gotta think, is the person a criminal or not? How dirty is their face? Do I need to hit them?
That's kind of the rule of thumb that I go through to determine if somebody is a criminal or if they really needed to go, because you wouldn't go and hit a child if they were urinating in public. I feel like you would, but no, I see what you're going with, but also, so I remember you talking about this earlier. You were talking about how, sorry, I saw Dylan's comment. I'm sorry. So I don't think your tier list should be, do they look like a criminal and how dirty are they? That seems like a very bad list to go off of. I mean, it's done me good so far. It has definitely done me good so far, and I mean, I'm gonna stick with it, and that's my opinions on public urination. Okay, cool. Let's see. Going back to the comments, kind of quickly trying to go through this. He just told you, man. Click on everything first. Inspect for AI. Yeah, I mean that's exactly how you get through phishing and stuff like that. You just look for the human error. If you spell too good, too bad. Your email's not going to get read. My bad. Wait. You can't spoil. Wait, was that can't? I missed it. Anyway, oh, it's right there. You can't spell email without AI. And that's very true. AI is already in all email. I mean, that's definitely, I could see that it's in the word, but I don't think that's not artificial intelligence. It's not like, it's not meant to be. Yeah, it's just how you spell email, but I thought that was clever. But I mean, yeah, it's clever, but it's not, it doesn't have anything to do with AI. You're really fun at parties, aren't you? I don't really get invited. I'm usually really busy, and yeah, I usually a lot of times I decline their invitations. Do you decline their invitations, or you never receive them? A little bit of column A, none of column B. Fair. So yeah, let's. Oh God, I just read that comment. Hold on. How do I cyberbully a group of kids and take their money? So do you have any advice on cyberbullying kids? Because Techno Blade Fart would definitely like to cyberbully some kids and take their money. I'm assuming through Bitcoin. He wants to take all the kids' Bitcoins because, you know, they got scammed through Bitcoin with like Jake Paul and stuff like that. So or Logan Paul, both Pauls, I don't know. So how would you go ahead and cyberbully a kid? So I wouldn't look at it as cyberbullying. Should they just mug them? Or sorry, finish your first thing. So cyberbullying is it's one of those things where it's like I don't look at it as cyberbullying. It's if you really wanted to cyberbully a group of kids, you couldn't necessarily do that. So what it is like when you're on the internet and you go through and you're talking to kids, it's just a conversation that you're having. With the conversation that you're having, it's like they choose to take it one way or another, and you just got to be very direct with them depending on their age. Okay, this isn't turning into a TED talk of how to get kids to give you money. We're gonna have to go through that. We're gonna have to pass through that question. I apologize. Wait, where's yeah, I remember. Should assault children be banned? So we're not banning assault on children, we're banning assault children. Hey. No. So do you think assault children should be banned? I think all children should be banned. So when I used to work at a retail store, there was two separate occasions where I would have to go and tell them to not ride their bikes in the store. And they were fairly young. They were like 13, 14 years old. And I had to tell them, hey, you can't ride your bike in the store. That's not allowed. And And yeah, they would like go and they would like say like, "Oh, what are you gonna do, Shorty?" And the thing was, they were barely taller than I was, so it's like I don't know why they were calling me short. They're short as well, and it's just one of those things where short people call people short. It's just it should not. So I think all children should be banned, and you know. They should be locked in their house until they're like their society like they give something to society. Once they're able to contribute to society, then they're allowed to be out of their house. I think that's how it should be. All kids be homeschooled. That's it. That's what I think. So I may break off the topic here a little bit, but I think this is why we need. Oh, the dungeon's still there. I thought I turned that off because it's kind of distracting on the show. But yeah, there's a dungeon going on. You can do join. No, you do exclamation point join, not just exclamation point. I'm surprised. You ask how to cyberbully kids to get their money, but you don't hit exclamation join? Technofire, what are you doing? No, so I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. But yeah, you can, if you have a Tangia dungeon, you can join that. It's fun. But anyway, so you think all children should be banned and whatnot, but I do think we had a little bit of a breakthrough of what's it called? Projection. So you got your feelings hurt by a kid calling you short, and then so you got your feelings hurt for a kid calling you short, and now you hate all kids. That's something that you would learn during the you only hit join once when you see the thing there. When you see like the like people gathering over there, hold on. That's why I turned it off. I didn't have time to explain it. It was going to be something for the art stream. I'm sorry. Damn it, you messed me up. Hold on. I lost my train of thought. Pretty much, he's projecting. That's why he needs therapy. We talked about that earlier. No, I don't think I need therapy. I think you do. No, you're fine. You're fine, Mr. Bear. Anyway, so let's take a small break on the conversation thing. Let me explain it. Since it's already up, I'll explain the Tangia dungeon. If you start the Tangia dungeon, you don't have to join it unless you haven't started it. So whoever started, like Techno Blade Fart, he started the Tangia dungeon, and then he moved into, like, he was already there. And then anyone else who wants to join can join. And then you go to the thing down there, and it should have, like, in the about section, has like a thing where you can customize your character and stuff. That's it. But I didn't think it was still on. My bad. All right, let's get back into it on stuff like that. Mike, confirm Mike hates children. Yes, we can confirm that. I think. Oh wait. All right, I found it. I found the question that we were on last. Rule of thumb: how dirty are you? What the fuck? Yes, that's exactly what I said. Mr. Dylan Killen. It's quite sad. How's your social life? Hunter has asked, and then we kind of went off track, I think. No, wait. Does Mike know the difference? Dylan Killen says, does Mike know the difference between artificial general intelligence and versus specific or multiple intelligence? That's a whole lot I don't even understand, so I'm sure he does. All right, we're gonna go off that one. How's your social life, Mr. Lil Mike? My social life is pretty well. I have a pretty good standing with a lot of my friends from work, mostly from work. Oh, people from work can stand you. Yeah, no, we definitely hang out when we get the chance, like if we're on lunch break together and stuff like that. You hang out like after lunch, or is it something like that? No, we just kind of hang out at work. We're more of lunch friends. We eat lunch together. Do you have any friends that you hang out with, like, outside of that? I mean, would I go with play video games? Oh, what kind of games do you play? Normal stuff, Call of Duty, and I dabble in RuneScape a little bit. Yeah, I got some pretty high levels on that, and Overwatch every once in a while. Who's your favorite Overwatch character? I like the guy who turns into a tank because he really, like, he's fun to play as. Bastion. I like him. But my favorite guy is Reinhardt because he has a big shield that he uses, and I feel like that's a real like it's kind of like me. You know, I am the shield that protects my team, or in better words, the whole world. I like to protect the whole world. Okay, fair enough. There you go. That's his social life. Not much of one. I don't think video games, but whatever. That's his social life. Welcome in, Blue Slime King. How you doing? Welcome in. Yo, what's up? How are you doing? I'm doing good. Our friend here, Lil Mike, has gotten a few has gotten a few assault charges on him, and he keeps getting fired from his jobs as security. So that's kind of what we're talking about right now. And let's see. So there was a question, a very scientific question from Dylan Killen about do you know the difference between artificial general intelligence and versus specific or multiple intelligence? Do you know anything about that? No, I'm actually very keen in artificial intelligence and all that, and I could definitely like go through and tell how much of a difference there is. It depends on how much of a detail that you want me to go into. I feel that I'm very knowledgeable on the situation. I've had people that explain to me how I've helped them get through that little point that you have where you learn something or someone tells you something and then you kind of don't get it, but then you kind of do get it and stuff like that. I have that thing where I feel like I could definitely explain a lot to it because I've helped people unlock that specific part, just like specific specific intelligence of artificial intelligence, and or AI is what it's short for. And I could definitely go into detail on that one. So from what you've just said, what you've just stated, I don't think that's true. Well, I mean, I don't really have anything to prove to you, but I definitely I know what I know, I guess. But like how you explained it is like an old man trying to explain something that he has no, like if you ask an old person, how does the internet work? I feel like that's the answer I would get. Well, I mean, I guess you just don't want to know what what everything is. So it's like, I guess I don't have to explain it. I don't want you to explain it because I really don't think that you know what it is. All right, I won't explain it then. Okay, don't explain it. All right. Okay. Let's see. We got a statement from Neon Sock Media. It sounds like you actually just want to ban child bike gangs. Think that's what that. Do you want to ban child bike gangs? Yeah, those child bike gangs. They're definitely they can be hard to deal with. They're just like more. They're like other bike gangs, but they're definitely a little bit more intimidating. They could definitely be a little bit more intimidating because they feel like they're invisible. And if you have a person that, sorry, did you say invisible? No, invisible. Invisible. No, not invisible. Invisible. You're saying invisible twice. No, I'm not saying invisible. I'm saying invisible. Are you saying invincible? Yes, invisible. You're saying invisible. Like, no, invincible. You just, I think you put an extra syllable in invisible. It's not. What was the word you said? Invincible. Yeah, that one. That's one. That's the one I'm looking for. Invincible. Okay. They think they're invincible. Yeah, so they have this like idea that they can't be hurt, and like being kids, they have a genetic makeup where their brains tell their body that they need to heal faster. So you take one down, they're kind of like a zombie. You shoot one, and then they just stand back up, and you could see the wound healing. And I know that because I'm afraid. Why you know that? Well, I know that because I've done it. You shot a child before? He was threatening my life. You shot a child before? Yeah, he was circling me on his bike with a group of friends, and then he came up to me. He's all like, "Hey, shorty," and I'm like, "Who, me?" And then he like looked around. And he's like, "Who else do you think I'm talking to, shorty?"
Did you really not think he was talking to you?
No, I thought there was somebody else there. But yeah, so he threatened me, and yeah, I pulled out my
Why
gun.
You're exposed to mug 'em first.
Yeah. Why would you expose? Why you're exposed to mug them first? Why would you're exposed to mug them first? You're exposed. Exposed. Now you're messing me up. I think I know what you're saying. You're supposed. Are you saying you're supposed to mug them first? Why would you? No, that's not it. I think there's a typo there. Don't worry. That happens a lot to me too. But I don't know what that says. But anyway, yeah, I shot them, and then he had to go home and clean up. Yeah, well, yeah, he had to clean up because you shot him. I mean, it wasn't that bad. What do you mean it wasn't that bad? You shot him. Yeah, I mean, it was just tomato soup. What was tomato soup? Coming out of his shirt? I'm pretty sure it's blood. No, I shot him with a water gun that had tomato soup in it. I have so many questions about that. It's like my brain hurts how many questions I have about what you just said. Well, what do you think? What do you mean what I just said? Like, so, all right. Question 1. What kind of gun was it? It was like a squirt gun, like I just said. All right. 2. Do you just carry around a squirt gun filled with tomato juice? I mean, it's the best way to negate the effects of a skunk spray. So I use it for that, but also in need of times like this one where I needed to defend myself. I used it more as a defense mechanism to be able to defend myself against these heathens. All right. So it's for skunks. But okay. 3rd, why'd they run away if you sprayed them with tomato juice? It's very it's very uncomfortable to just smell like tomatoes. I'm sure, I guess. But then I mean maybe that was all the questions I had. Maybe it wasn't that many. Man, 3 questions hurt your head? That doesn't sound very good. You need to see a therapist? Are you asking me if I need to see a therapist? Yeah, it sounds like you got stuff going on. Maybe. Okay. I guess that answers the questions. But then, how do you know, with the whole, fast regeneration thing? You made it sound like you shot somebody and they regenerated. No, it dried up on their shirt really fast. It was during the summer. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense. It dried up fast. Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with, how strong kids are. Yeah. All right. I think we have an update to that comment. Techno Blade Fart says, "Sorry, as a kid, my parents told me that as a kid that exposed to mean supposed to meant." Okay, yeah, it's supposed to mug them first. So yeah, are you supposed to mug them first before shooting them? Oh, I did. I actually straight up punched him in the face and then took his little kid Velcro wallet and had a cool Sonic design on it. It's the same wallet I used today. So I don't think there's any way around that. You punched a kid in the face. Yes, I punched a kid in the face. Did you get an assault charge for that? They could find me. Was that a good? But it was a good assault charge, wasn't it? No, this one would have been bad on me. So you do bad stuff. The bear doesn't like it. The bear doesn't like it. But no, they were going to assault me, so it was self-defense. So it's like I am still in the right. Oh!
Boo, you bastard!
Ignore that. Ignore the bear. Welcome in, Winnow Poison. With your, what was that? 100 and something people? 138 people? 134 people. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Korny Midlon. We host a show here called Korny's Toon Talk. We're talking today with the amazing security security enforcement officer, Lil Mike. This is Lil Mike here. And he's with the security enforcement, means extra non-breaking field or field thing. And yeah. There you go. Oh, somebody started the Tangia dungeon. If you hit exclamation point join, you'll join in that little dungeon down there. And then you'll go in there. And then you can join the dungeon. But welcome in. Hopefully you guys had a great stream. Everybody, if you do not know Renoa Poison, she's a great scam baiter. She does an amazing job. Makes the people rage like hell. It's funny. It's like she has a YouTube channel that you can check out as well. Go join it. I think they're already in the dungeon. The time's already run out, so you gotta go based on the timer as well. But yeah, go check out Renoa Poison, guys. I hope the stream was amazing. Renoa, I hope you had a great stream. I'll take care of your guest, and I think we got like about 15-20 minutes left of the show, and then we're gonna go and raid out to somebody else. So stick around for that. I hope you enjoy the show. Hope you had a great stream, and let's continue. We were on the topic of Mr. Lil Mike over here, our security guy. He's a world defender, and he has gotten fired from like 5 jobs, mostly from assaulting children or other people or elderly people, I would say. And I think he lives in Gotham. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing, Andrew. We sure do. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, he mostly assaults children and whatnot. And yeah, so we're talking about the case where he was defending himself against a group of kids, a group of children's biker gang. He was being surrounded by a group of children on bikes, and then he squirted them with tomato sauce, but not before punching one of them in the face. It was their leader. I punched the leader in the face, and then I was able to acquire the Sonic Velcro wallet. Yeah, he acquired a Sonic Velcro wallet after punching the leader in the face. And then they weren't able to catch him, which we found out that there's a good assault charge and a bad one, but I think this one's in between. Though it was a good assault charge, like it still means powerful. Like if you're a good person and you get an assault charge, it means it's like you're an assault weapon. It's like you're very powerful and accurate, and you know what you're doing. So that's when they say assault charge, you're powerful. That's exactly what that means. Yeah. So there's like 2 kinds of assaulting apparently, and that's the he only does the good kind. So there's that. Was the wallet like one of those chain wallets? What can you give us like additional information on one of the on like how the wallet was designed? It wasn't a chain wallet. It just had like a Sonic X design on it, and maybe like 42 cents in there. So it didn't even have like any dollars. No, it was pretty empty. It was like, I mean, it was a kid. It was like he was probably like 10 years old. You punched a 10-year-old? I thought they were at least teenagers. No, they start their they definitely start their spree of crime really early. And as we covered before, once they start, they're done. There's no reform for it. They just keep going. And that's when you got to start, going off the checklist. The checklist where you decide what was it? Something about like if they committed a crime, if you don't know that, like you check how dirty they are. I mean that's pretty much it, yeah. All right, S00Ep08 has mentioned that it was worth the assault. Yeah. That's I guess that's the audience's view on it. I mean, it wasn't necessarily an assault, it was more of like, it was definitely it was self-defense. I don't know, something tells me that you're kind of missing something on that, but anyway, okay. So after that, you know, I guess the kids just left and that was it, right? You didn't get confronted by the police because you're still here. I feel like, you know, a second child assault charge would have definitely put some put you away for a lot longer than the 6 months you were in last time. Yeah, well, they haven't found me, but I sent them a letter anonymously saying that, you know, hey, no need for thanks, and I could, you know, I'm here, and I could do no need to thank me. You don't gotta, you know, give me a parade or a medal or anything like that. All right, no, okay, I don't think they would want to seek you out for a medal. Let's see. He has Flintstone's eyes. Can he explain that? Vitamin deficiency? Do you have vitamin deficiency? No. See, it's kind of the opposite. I have not taken Flintstone like vitamins. I do know those are a thing, but I don't usually take vitamins because I have such a strong mind that I've willed myself to manually produce those vitamins. And when I eat foods that have like a little bit of that, I control my body to tell them to be able to make more of that vitamin. And then I'm able to decide that my body can decide to make more of that vitamin for my body. I don't think that's how the like world of your body works. I don't think you can just make more of a vitamin. Vitamin Pug asked, you rang? Did you call for Vitamin Pug? I think we were just talking about vitamins. Yeah, but it's like he's the Vitamin Pug. I think he can offer you vitamins. Is that true? Can you offer vitamins? Because I could carry vitamins. And, you know, even if it's like a small portion, even if you have like the crumbs of a vitamin on the bottom of the bottle, I would take those, and I could generate more out of that. So yeah, I guess if you have the crumbs of vitamins in a bottle, he'll take that, and his body can make more. Even though I don't think that's how that works, but that's what we do. You know, we make things work here. You guys can meet up after the show and, you know, high five and give each other vitamins or something like that. But yeah, that's it. Yeah. I would very much appreciate that. But no, these are just my eyes. It's just the eyes I was born with. They seem like big black gaping holes, but in reality, they're just eyes. They're practically like giant pupils that allow me to see as much as I want to, as much as I can, and be able to you know, be able to really make it work. Okay. So yeah, they're just giant pupils. That's his eyes. They're just giant pupils. Korny, remember he arrested a 6-year-old, so punching a 10-year-old is fine. You know, I didn't think about that, but you know, I'm gonna go with that. You know, as long as you arrested a 6-year-old, I think you're fine with punching a 10-year-old. It's like, it's just more of a challenge at that point. Oh, what have we gotten ourselves into? Let's see. We got. Oh, I guess I could switch to this one. I was trying to keep up with other ones, but 10-year-old in a bicycle gang. Were they riding real bicycles or one of those big wheels? No, they were just like the regular BMXs. Like they had like the regular. One kid had like, it looks like he stole like a cruiser bike from his mom. So these kids, they're not even looking for the safety and well-being for their families. They would go out and genuinely take from their parents and just like they would steal from them too. They would steal from their parents, and it's just one of those things where they're just done. They're looking to steal from their parents. They're looking to take from the poor and give to themselves. That's pretty much what it is. And it's just one of those things where they needed to. That's how I knew that there's no saving them. You just let the fist fly at that point, and you know, you take them on. All right. So one of them looked like they had a cruiser bike that looked like it was their mom's, and you just You stole it, or like, and then that was it. That was like hands on fire at that point. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, right? I don't think that really pertains to that. Gerald, you've been kind of quiet over there. What do you think of the whole situation? I kind of fell asleep like halfway through it, and I don't think it was like, from what I've heard, I don't think that he's in the right. I was always taught to not hit children, but yeah, I haven't been really listening. All right, cool, Gerald, that's great. Can you hit me with a sick drum beat? I don't know how sick it would be, but I could hold on. Gerald, that appears to be a piano. I asked for a drum beat. Oh, yeah, so I thought I set it to drums. I'm sorry. Here, can we hold on. That's about all I know for the drum portion of this instrument. Wow, you're staying awful, aren't you, Gerald? All right, let's get back into it. Gerald definitely needs some vitamins. Gerald, how are you doing on vitamins? Did you grow up with like vitamins and stuff like that, or did your parents just kind of leave you in the closet? No, yeah, my mom doesn't believe in vitamins. She thinks that you know, they just poison your brain and they're not really worth taking. And yeah, that's about it. That we don't really do that stuff. All right, well, luckily you got that cat there, because if you didn't have that cat there, that's a good luck fortune cat. I paid a good like 75 cents for that cat at a yard sale. So are you enjoying that? It kind of catches the glimpse of the disco ball, and it kind of hurts my eyes. Oh, that sucks. All right. Anywho, that's Gerald, everybody. That's my cousin that and anyone that comes from the raid, you would know that Renoa is my sister, and that's also her cousin. So next time you see Renoa, you let her know. You let her know, hey, how's Gerald doing? You gotta ask her, how's Gerald? Because, you know, she keeps tabs with him as well. Yeah, no, he doesn't look very healthy. That's very rude to say. I would like you to not talk about my cousin that way. But I would also agree with you. All right. Let's see. Any last minute questions? I don't think I got much else to go with. We went through his personal, or not personal life, his career life. We got some tips to do not click on an email unless. Oh, thank you for the follow, Gorlander. I love that name. But we got through his career life, some personal tips on security. You know, don't answer an email if it's all perfectly spelled, because humans make errors, and that's how you know a human wrote it and not an AI trying to fish away your information or something like that. I think that's a verb. We got through some tips and stuff like that. That's good. I don't think I'm missing anything here. We went through the several assault charges. Now, Gerald, I want to ask, because you have told us that you have that you do nothing but good, and I want to know, like, and the you know, this show's a secret. It doesn't go out to any government agencies or anything like that. Have you ever broken the law yourself? Like, have you ever like taken a candy bar? Have you like done something where you like you know, maybe you loitered somewhere or something like that? So I don't appreciate that question, because I never break the law. I am the law, and I don't break it. Even if I could break the law, I would never break the law. So yeah, I don't think I ever broke the law before. Okay. You did break the game. You kind of went over the game. That was kind of weird, and like, you know, breaking the fourth wall a little bit. He's definitely stolen a very nice pen. You have a very nice pen? I mean, I like
I like pens. Like, pens are pretty nice.
Pens are nice. I think the most expensive pen I bought was like $20 for one pen at like a Staples.
Yeah, that sounds pretty, you know, pretty fair for a good pen.
That wasn't fair. My kid got a hold of it when they were like babies, and they just scribbled all over it and broke the ball inside. So it was very short-lived.
No. Well, I never had that.
Oh, it looks like Neon Sock has caught you in a lie and said that you admitted that you stole a pen. So you have stolen before.
I have not stolen in my life. I have commandeered that pen. That pen was commandeered by me because it needed to be used in the force of good. And the force of good needs it. Okay? It's like you wouldn't stop a cop if he stole your car. No, you wouldn't call it stolen. I commandeered it. Okay?
So I don't use the word stolen because it's one of those things that usually anything I do is something that I do for good, and that's it. That's what I do.
Oh, okay. That definitely, like, were you on the clock when you did it? Like, did you work at that store?
No, I didn't work at the store, but I did let the store manager know. I was like, hey, I need to use this pen, and yeah, it's like, I need the pen, so I'm gonna take this, and you know, I'll you can bill my business of my workplace for it.
Okay. So, but I don't know. That definitely, like, you actually went up to him?
I sent him an email.
So you walked out with a pen first, and then you told him about it.
I mean, yeah.
Did you make sure all the information? Did he ever get back to you and say, "Oh no, it's okay. You can keep it"?
So I didn't know his email exactly, so I just put it like manager@officestore.com.
So they most likely never got that.
They know, like, they'll see it, they'll look at the cameras, and I'm always wearing my security shirt, so people know that they can feel safe with me, and they'll see it, they're like, oh, okay, never mind, he knows what he's doing.
I don't think anyone thinks that. I think anyone who walks in a store with their security shirt on, I feel like they're trying to get, it's like, I don't know, it's like if a cop keeps his uniform on after, you know, after his, like, job, his cop work. It's like, I feel like they're just trying to make people, like, realize that they're a cop. Like, you wouldn't see a cop dressed up as, like without the badge, but has a shirt and his gun holstered and stuff like that. Did they take that stuff home? I don't even know. I think you just stole it.
So it's like, you know, it's potato.
It's not potato. Man, we went through this. You did really good. You did really good, and now you're doing bad. And I can't commend you for that. Gorlander has mentioned that he likes the 4-color switchy pens, which I think Neon Sock Media also likes that pen. They gave a good hell yeah for it. And then he also mentioned that you remind him of Trump. Any comments on that?
I don't really know who that is.
You don't know who Trump is? That's the guy who just got, like, elected or something like that. Like, he's going to be like you live in, like, Georgia, you said, right?
No, yeah, but I don't pay much attention to politics.
No, I that's definitely something I feel like that yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, sounds like a good guy.
Debatable. But we're not talking about politics here. We're talking about pens, right? Was the pen that you took one of those 4-color switchy pens?
Yeah, actually it was. It had the 4 different colors. It had, like, green, it had red. There was blue. There was blue.
That was really crazy. Are you a ventriloquist?
No, I dabble a little bit, but no, I don't usually do ventriloquism.
That's crazy because it sounded like you were talking, like, perfectly, and your your mouth wasn't moving. So I mean, you probably could have a good job in ventriloquism if you pursued that. But are you gonna just stick with the security thing?
Well, yeah. I think this is a real passion of mine. I think I get a lot of respect from doing it, and yeah, I think yeah, it's a good time.
All right, so I don't think he's leaving the security field anytime soon. We got some comments. It's a pen, people. It's a pen. People forget to return pens all the time after signing a credit card slip. I give a pass on stealing pens, but I think he actually stole it from like a office supply store. Like he stole it from that and like kept it on his person. Like it wasn't a pen that was like he didn't just sign something. Like I don't know. How much was the pen?
I didn't really look at the price. I liked it. It had like a chrome finish to it.
Oh, like a chrome finish on like a 4, like, God, that sounds sick.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really cool, so that's why I wanted it.
So you just saw it, you're like, ooh, shiny, and you took it?
That'd be, yeah, pretty much.
All right, Master CJ, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, it looked really shiny. I like it.
All right, but yeah, at least Mark Rides gives you a pass on stealing the pen. So it's like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I feel like pens are pretty cheap, but they probably, like, office stores probably get those things, like, you know, a bunch for like $1 or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not into justifying stealing, because stealing's very wrong, and that's why I don't partake in it. I could probably steal a lot from the extensive knowledge I know of being in security. I know that it's a pretty it's one of those things where, yeah, you don't want to, you probably, I don't condone it, and I think you're justifying it, and you're probably a criminal yourself.
You may have stole some deli food every once in a while, like when I worked at like a Walmart.
You fucking what? What did you just say? Am I talking to a thief? Am I talking to someone that has robbed the big corporate businesses that are keeping America alive?
Even though that's terrifying, I feel like your voice is...
Don't you change the subject. Did you just admit to stealing on live television?
It's like...
Don't you talk to me, you scum. I'm so disappointed in you. I can't believe this. I thought we were friends. I thought we could go to work out together.
I don't think you would.
Don't talk to me, you scum.
All right. I lied. I never stolen anything.
Oh, that's I wouldn't lie about that necessarily, but I mean, yeah, whatever floats your boat.
All right. He's talking out of his ass. He probably is. He's either that or very good ventriloquist. Kind of like the excuses he made for stealing the pen.
I didn't steal a pen. That was my pen. I commandeered it. I was like, hey, thanks for holding on to the pen. That was mine because that's my pen.
All right, the voice keeps changing a little bit on the aggressive side, but I do respect his commitment to the work. You know, I think that is something you don't see very often, like people actually committing to what they do and stuff, and that's definitely something. But I think with that and me upsetting him enough already, I think that's where we're gonna call it quits. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you so much to Gerald over here and his amazing skills on the piano. Thank you. Don't you talk to me. It's like a three-way love triangle thing. You know, he doesn't want me talking to him. I don't want him talking to me. It's crazy. Maybe those two can get along.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could. I never really talked to him. How's everything in your court? Well, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm doing all right. You know, I make my bread. I go through it, and you know, I survive. Oh, well, you actually get paid at your job? Well, you don't get paid for this? I mean, no. My mom just kind of said that I wanted to be on the show, but I really didn't want to. I didn't want to. So why are you here? I mean, I can't really tell my mom no. How old are you? Like 34. You're 34. Why can't you just tell your mom no? I don't want to. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Look at that, Gerald. That's two people that don't want to talk to you. That's crazy, right? But thank you all for joining. Thank you, Gerald, for our band. Thank you, Lil Mike, the security guard that works at a place that spells out sperm, which is absolutely crazy. But you know, probably unintentional. Sorry about that. But thank you for joining us. Thank you, Renoa Poison, for the massive raid. I very much appreciate it. Thank you for the new follows, the subscribers. Andrew, I should really get like a list of just certain things because I'm slowly scrolling down. I'm pretty sure somebody else did the subscribe thing, and I don't know who it was, so I apologize, but thank you for those who subscribed and resubscribed. The Neon Sox Media, yeah, you're right there. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate you guys and whatnot. Thank you for hanging out. We are gonna we're gonna send it over to Mr. Vince Hidden Gem Mr. Cartoon quote Vince quote Hidden Gem quote therapy. We're gonna send it over to him because he's doing like a dating profile thing, and I submitted my own on there. So you missed the therapy. It's Cartoon Vince Hidden Gem therapy. That's his that's like his full name. I saw his birth certificate and everything. But I did submit a little picture over there for him to do. I don't think he's doing it yet because I think he just went live like recently. Yeah. It's Cartoon Therapy. Mr. Mark Rides. His name is like Cartoon Vince Hidden Gem. Sorry. Oh yeah, I missed one. It's hold on. So his name is Cartoon Vince Streamer Award Hidden Gem Therapy. Oh wait, I forgot a quote on that. Hold on. Therapy. That's his full name right there in the chat. So that's his whole name right there. Say like we're gonna raid over to him. How do I do this? Raid Cartoon Therapy. That should be it. Did I do it right? Yeah, I did it right first time. Let's go. I always mess that up, and this time I got it. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna raid over to Cartoon Therapy. He has like a little thing going on. Also, if you haven't noticed from the chat message up there, the Streamer Award Hidden Gem part, he is in this. He's in the Streamer Awards, and he is nominated for Hidden Gem. If anyone is voting in the Streamer Awards, please go vote for Cartoon Therapy and Hidden Gem. He's an amazing guy. He's a social worker, and he just changes so many people's lives. His interviews are amazing. Just an amazing dude altogether. But once again, thank you guys for showing up today and just, hanging out and listening to my silly characters talk. But I think that's all I got. So, Gerald, can you this on? Yeah. 216. There it is. Gerald, play us out. Oh, sorry, I fell asleep again.